Hey, picture this. There's a kid in Portugal, poor family. Father's an alcoholic. They live in a tiny house on an island most people can't even find on a map. And this kid, he gets made fun of every single day. His accent is too country. His clothes are too cheap. Other kids mock him, laugh at him, push him around, and knowing that this same kid would one day score 950 goals, knowing he'd become the most famous athlete on planet Earth, knowing he'd break literally every record in football history and still be scoring at 40 years old. It makes it 10 times more incredible. Because this isn't just a football story. This is a story about what happens when someone who has every reason to quit just refuses to stop. Cristiano Ronaldo dos Santos Aveiro was born February 5th, 1985 on the island of Madeira, Portugal. And I mean, this place is small, remote, poor. His family had almost nothing. His dad worked as a kitman at a local club. His mom was a cook. They lived in a house so tiny that Cristiano shared a room with 3 siblings. No space, no money, no privileges. And here's the thing that breaks your heart. Cristiano's dad struggled with alcoholism. The family was falling apart financially and emotionally. There were nights with barely enough food. Cristiano later said, "We were happy, but we were poor. I knew what it was like to have nothing." So, what does this kid do? He plays football every single day on the streets, in the dirt, with balls made of rolled up socks. And people start noticing, this kid is different, faster, hungrier, more obsessed than anyone else. At age 8, he joins Andorinha, his dad's local club. Then at 10, he moves to Nacional, a bigger team on the island. And by age 11, Sporting CP, one of the biggest clubs in Portugal, comes calling. But here's the problem. Sporting CP is in Lisbon. That's on the mainland. That means leaving Madeira, leaving his family. At 11 years old, can you imagine? 11 years old, poor kid, barely knows anyone, gets on a plane and leaves everything behind to chase a dream that most people told him was impossible. And when he gets to Lisbon, the other kids bully him. They mock his accent. They mock his background. They call him names. Cristiano cried himself to sleep. He called his mom begging to come home. But his mom told him, "You have a gift. Don't waste it." So he stayed, and he worked harder than anyone, trained longer than anyone, obsessed over every detail while other kids played video games. Yeah, this story was never going to be easy. By age 16, Cristiano is destroying everyone at Sporting's academy. By 17, he's playing for Sporting's first team. And in 2003, something insane happens. Manchester United comes to Lisbon for a friendly match. Just a warm-up game, right? Except this 18-year-old kid, Cristiano Ronaldo, completely tears them apart, dribbling past defenders like they're not even there. Tricks, pace, confidence. After the match, United's players go to their manager, Sir Alex Ferguson, and say, "Boss, you need to sign this kid right now." And Ferguson does. Manchester United pays £12 million for an 18-year-old nobody from Portugal, and they give him the number 7 shirt, the same number worn by George Best, Eric Cantona, David Beckham, legends. Listen, that's pressure. But here's what happens next. Ronaldo shows up in England and he struggles. The Premier League is faster, more physical, tougher than anything he's ever seen. Defenders kick him. Fans boo him. Critics say he's too flashy, too selfish, dives too much. And for 2 years, they're kind of right. He's talented, sure, but inconsistent, frustrating. He tries too many tricks, loses the ball. United fans are starting to wonder, did we waste £12 million? But then, 2006 happens. Cristiano's father dies. Alcoholism finally takes him, and Cristiano is devastated, broken. The one man he wanted to prove himself to is gone. And something shifts. He stops playing to impress people. He stops trying to be flashy. He starts playing to win, to dominate, to prove that his father's sacrifice, his mother's belief, his childhood suffering, all of it meant something. 2006-7 season, 23 goals. 2007-8 season, 42 goals. He wins his first Ballon d'Or. He wins the Champions League with United, Premier League titles. He's not just good anymore. He's the best player in the world. And everyone who doubted him, everyone who said he was just a showboater, a diver, too weak, yeah, they went quiet. 2009, Real Madrid comes knocking. They offer £80 million, a world record transfer fee, and Cristiano says yes. 80,000 fans show up to his presentation. 80,000. And the pressure? Come on. It's Real Madrid, the biggest club in the world. They expect perfection. They expect Galacticos. And Cristiano, he delivers. First season, 33 goals. Second season, 53 goals. Third season, 60 goals in a single season. A record that people thought was impossible. He's not just scoring, he's obliterating records. Free kicks, headers, tap-ins, long shots, left foot, right foot. He scores every type of goal you can imagine. But here's the thing people forget. While Ronaldo is breaking records at Madrid, there's another player doing the same thing at Barcelona. Lionel Messi. And the media, they love this. They turn it into a war. Ronaldo versus Messi, Madrid versus Barcelona. El Clásico becomes the biggest rivalry in sports. And honestly, it pushes both of them to become even better. Between 2009 and 2018, Ronaldo wins 4 Champions League titles with Madrid, 4 Ballon d'Ors. He becomes Madrid's all-time leading scorer with 451 goals. He wins everything there is to win. But it's not just the numbers, it's how he scores. The bicycle kick against Juventus that makes their fans give him a standing ovation. The header against United that defies physics. The free kick against Atletico that the keeper couldn't even see. And through all of this, people still criticize him. They say he's arrogant, selfish, doesn't perform in big games, even though he literally scores in Champions League finals. But Ronaldo doesn't care. He just scores again and again and again. By 2018, he's won 5 Ballon d'Ors. 5. He's tied with Messi. He's broken almost every record. And then he leaves Madrid. Wait, why? 2018. Cristiano is 33 years old. Most players are slowing down at this age, thinking about retirement, moving to easier leagues. Not Ronaldo. He joins Juventus in Italy, €100 million transfer. And people think he's crazy. The Italian league is defensive, physical, tactical. It's where strikers go to suffer. But Ronaldo says, I want to prove I can dominate in every league. Boom, first season, 28 goals. Second season, 37 goals. Third season, 36 goals. He wins 2 league titles, 2 Italian Super Cups. He becomes the first player ever to win league titles in England, Spain, and Italy. He's 36 years old and still scoring 30-plus goals a season. But here's where it gets complicated. Juventus isn't winning the Champions League, and that's what Ronaldo came for. They keep getting knocked out, and people start blaming him, even though he's literally their best player. Then 2021 happens. Juventus finishes 4th. They miss out on automatic Champions League qualification. The club is rebuilding. And Ronaldo, he wants to keep competing at the highest level, so he makes a shocking decision. He goes back to Manchester United. August 2021, Cristiano Ronaldo is coming home. United fans are losing their minds. The prodigal son returns. He scores on his debut, then scores again and again. He single-handedly drags United through the Champions League group stage. By the end of the season, 24 goals. He's 37 years old, top scorer for United. But the team is a disaster. New manager comes in, Erik ten Hag, and he doesn't want Ronaldo, benches him, uses him as a substitute. And Ronaldo, he's furious. Then in November 2022, Ronaldo does an interview with Piers Morgan where he absolutely destroys United. The club, the manager, the owners, everything. They betrayed me. They disrespected me. United terminates his contract immediately. And just like that, Cristiano Ronaldo is a free agent. No club, no security. At 37 years old, people are writing him off. His ego ruined him. He's done. He should retire. Yeah, they said that. December 2022, Cristiano signs with Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia. A massive contract, €200 million per year, and people lose their minds. He's gone for the money. He's given up. His legacy is ruined. But listen to what Ronaldo says. I didn't come here for a vacation. I came here to win, to keep breaking records, to help grow football in a new region. First season, 14 goals in 16 games. Second season, 35 goals. 2024-25 season, he finishes as the league's top scorer with 25 goals at 39 years old. And now, October 2025, he just scored his 950th career goal. 950, let me say that again. 950 goals. He's 40 years old, still scoring almost a goal per game, and he's openly chasing 1,000 goals before he retires. His family tells him to retire. His body is 40 years old. Most players hung up their boots years ago, but Ronaldo says, I still have more to give. And the crazy part, he's not lying. He just signed a contract extension through 2027. That means he plans to play until he's 42. Come on, this man is relentless. So what do we do with Cristiano Ronaldo? Here's a kid who was bullied for being poor, who left home at 11, who lost his father just as he was becoming great, who was told he was too flashy, too selfish, too arrogant. And what did he do? He became the greatest goal scorer in football history. He won 5 Ballon d'Ors, 5 Champions League titles in 3 different countries, over 1,200 professional matches played, the most international goals in history, the most international caps ever. But more than that, he changed what people thought was possible. At 40 years old, he's still competing, still scoring, still chasing greatness. And here's the thing that makes me respect him even more. While he's doing all this, he's also running a YouTube channel that got 65 million subscribers in 1 month, fastest ever. Named the most marketable footballer of 2025, ahead of Messi, ahead of everyone, doing charity work. He donates blood regularly, which is why he has no tattoos. Being a father to 5 kids, building businesses, and a legacy that will outlive his playing career. Is he arrogant? Yeah, sometimes. Does he care about his stats? Absolutely. Has he made mistakes? Of course. But when you look at where he came from, a tiny island, a broken family, nothing to his name, and you look at where he is now, 950 goals, global icon, still playing at 40. I mean, come on, that's not just talent, that's not just hard work, that's refusing to accept limits, that's refusing to listen to people who say you're done, that's turning pain, criticism, and doubt into fuel. So, will Ronaldo reach 1,000 goals? I don't know, but if you bet against him, you haven't been paying attention for the last 20 years, because this is the same kid who left home at 11 and conquered the world. And if there's one thing we've learned about Cristiano Ronaldo, he doesn't stop. Remember that kid from Madeira? The one who got bullied, who had nothing, who cried himself to sleep in Lisbon? He just scored his 955th goal at 40 years old. That's what happens when you refuse to let your circumstances define you. When you turn pain into power, when you just don't stop. So if you're facing something hard right now, if people are doubting you, remember this story. Drop a like if it inspired you. Because greatness isn't about where you start. It's about refusing to quit.